welcome back to Life with Shakisha. It is your girl, and today I am here doing a digital plan with me. But before we get into that, I do want to welcome back all of my subscribers. You know it is mad love here. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you give this video a big old thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell so you never miss any of my videos. Okay, so before we get into the video, this is everything that I use to plan. My iPad Pro 12.9, my Apple Pencil, and I also like to go in between my Apple Pencil and this Bluetooth wireless mouse that is ran by battery, along with this Bluetooth wireless keyboard, also ran by battery. And the battery life on these things are amazing. So now let's go ahead and jump into today's video.
Bad little flex, she wanna know me. I stay low key.
Alright, love, so before we get into actual planning for the last week of March, I want to show you my March layout in the monthly section. I don't do a lot in my planners when it comes to the monthly sections, but I do like to add stickers and some of my important dates. So I've already got everything set up for April, still need to fill in some things, but I definitely want to be more intentional with putting things in my monthly section that need to go there. And those doll stickers did come from Glam marks, and the other stickers came from Jenell, and I'll link everything below. And as you can tell, this is a voiceover recording, so it will be moments where I will not be talking. So now I'm clicking the hyperlink that's under the sticker. This planner is by Good Mondays, and I love that she hyperlinks everything. So this is the weekly layout that I like to use in this planner. And we're going to go ahead and just start to add the stickers that we need. So I have a lot of stickers in my elements. That's not my elements. But those are some of the stickers that I will be using in this spread. And I will say right now I don't have on my screen protector. So it is very sensitive. It picks up on everything. So we're going to go ahead and go back to our elements section. And as you can see, I was trying to show you with the red beam, but it didn't work. So my elements are where I share all of my PNG images. Some of them are transparent, some of them are not. Some of these stickers I have created myself using Canva, or I have saved and removed the backgrounds using the paid version of Canva. And that is a really good way to get stickers if you're trying to save on your coins. Get you Canva, pay that $12.95. It is worth it, especially if you are a planner, content creator, or just a creator in general of the things. So all of these elements that I'm adding, except for the girl with the Nike and the coffee cup, were images that I got off of Canva. But the girl with the coffee cup and the Nike hoodie, it was actually a photo, and like I said, I put it on Canva, removed the background, and then saved it transparently, and then that way you wouldn't have that white background. Some things I just don't like the white background on, especially when it comes to my images. So now I'm trying to decide which doll that I want. So I went ahead and lassoed her, and I'm going to paste her here. And I have videos that actually explain the actual tools at the top, but I do plan on doing another video soon, because GoodNotes, which is the app that I use in order to use my planner, they've made some great updates, and I'm still kind of learning some of the updates myself. And this is another way that you can bring your stickers in. You can put it side by side if you don't want to go back and forth. Depending on what day of the week it is, I might, split the screen, but for the most part I like to use my full screen. So we're going to go back to the screen, and I'm just again shuffling things around so it won't get in the way. Now the only down part to laying out your stickers is when you go to start layering things, whatever you put on your page first is going to always be at the bottom. So you'll see where I'll make some of the alterations, and my workaround to do that is to like cut the image and then just put it back on top. But again, these are all things that you learn as you play around with your planner. So I am trying to do better with tracking. So I did create my own tracker using Canva, but you can find them already pre-made, or a lot of them do come with some of the digital sticker kits that you may buy offline. So again, I'm just scrolling through seeing some of the images that I've already saved. And you can put them in categories. Most of my things are in categories. As y'all know, I love to hoard all the things, even when I was doing paper planning. But the one thing about digital planning, you will never run out of your stickers. You can use them 1,000 times, and as long as your device is working, you got stickers. And I really feel like anyone that is definitely in the market of trying to save, but you still love all the planner things, play around with the planners. I mean, you can get free ones. You don't have to always pay for everything up front. And a lot of these shops also offer like free templates. I think they're normally like from their plans from the previous year, just so you can play around with it to see if you liked it. So these aves I'm going to use as a border up the top, but I'm going to crop the hang in there off. And that's another thing that I love. You don't have to worry about cutting, no X-Acto knife, none of that stuff. Cutting through your paper, like, I ain't trying to sell you. I'm just trying to tell you how much I love digital planning and how much digital planning has literally saved my wallet. Yeah, I do still buy a lot of digital kits, but for the most part, it's nowhere near as expensive as a hobby that it was when I was doing paper planning. So whenever you see me circle with that blue circle, that's what we call lassoing. It's a lasso tool at the top, and you're circling images so you can copy them and then paste them over to your spread or layout. So now I want some white background. So I just made a circle in a white space and I screenshot it, and I'm going to size it because I want this to go behind my tracker, because I did make my tracker transparent, because sometimes I might want to have a black background or a pink background, and this makes it easy. And as you can see, I did the layering technique. I cut the image and then pasted on top. So now I'm just trying to make sure it's not too much white space, and then also just trying to figure out the space. And you saw that I moved the flowers. And again, I'm not going to say I'm an expert, but I've been doing this long enough to, know what I'm doing. But one thing I do want to remind you, if you are like cutting an image, make sure you remember you cut it, because if you go and then cut or copy another image, you're going to lose that image that you were trying to save. And if you're afraid that you may lose it, you can always just cut it and then paste it onto the actual screen again, so it can be there to layer correctly. And again, the crop tool has become one of my favorite things. It's like, in comparison, when you're laying a flower sticker and you want to cut some of the edges off so it can look like it's peeping out of the side of a sticker. That's what the cropping does as well, and it alleviates any excess things that you don't want to use. And another thing with the crop tool, you can also freehand. So if you don't want to cut it exactly in the box measurements that they provide, you can just trace around it, and it'll allow you to just trace around the space. So nothing has changed when it comes to me and my doll stickers. Whether it's paper or digital, your girl's gonna have a doll sticker. I mean, that's on everything. So I'm just trying to find perfect placement for her. And as you can see, she pops up behind that last element because she was one of the first things that I laid down on my spread. But a quick tap on the image, get the pop-up that says to cut, copy, or paste. You just use that tool. So again, I'm just trying to get more white images, because I was going to cover that section right there that says next week. I think it says next week. Don't give me the line. Like I said, I'm doing a voiceover, so I can't really see what it's doing. But I use that as whiteout. And again, when I'm sharing, I'm just trying to also let you know the benefits, not to really necessarily convince you or to convert. But a lot of times, because there are not a lot of digital planner videos out there, for me, if I'm going to do them, what I'm doing is self-explanatory if you pay attention. But I also want to make sure that I am somewhat educating so you can understand the process. And even though it looks like it's difficult, it really isn't. With anything that is new to you, it takes patience. You have to take your time. You have to do your research. For me, I'm naturally a person that gets stuff when it comes to visual things, especially techie. I'm not really a tech nerd or geek. I don't even know if that's appropriate. Don't come for me if it isn't. But I just always loved technology, new gadgets, electronics, and things like that. But for the most part, doing this video, I'm going to let you see me plan, but I'm going to try to explain as much as I can. So when you're playing around with your planners, you can kind of get it. So I am shaping this. Again, another feature that you don't get in paper planners is one size and that's it. With your digital planners, you can expand them, you can decrease them, increase them, cut them in half, and most important, reuse them. And so I'm using this coffee break sticker or whatever it says, just to kind of add the extra element. Even though I have coffee breaks every day, it's still, cute to kind of add it on there. So as you can see, I'm just tapping and moving things around. I normally like to, at least, if I'm going to do stickers, I like to lay my stickers first. That way, when I have to write or type, however I choose, whichever device I use at the time, I have already put my stickers where I need to put them. And that was kind of the same way I used to do when I paper plan. I put just the right amount of stickers, because you don't ever want to put too many stickers and then you need more writing space. But the benefit of digital planning is if you realize that you need more space to write, you can either just delete the doll or the sticker off your page, or you can make it smaller, or you can just move it, and you don't have to worry about investing in what is that stuff we used to use, the sticker remover. Dag, I just threw a bottle of it away. If y'all remember the name of it, drop it in the comments, because I forgot what the name of it was. But it was that glue remover that everybody was on Amazon trying to find. So right here, I'm just indicating the days that I have to work. Because I'm a hairstylist, my hours vary. But for the most part, Wednesday through Fridays, I'm in at 10. Now, as you can see, I'm taking another coffee break. This vanilla iced latte with sweet cold foam was just everything. And I apologize for shaking the camera. I'm a little rusty when it comes to filming overhead videos. I've gotten so used to doing face to face. So now I'm going to use this, what do you call this? It's not a flag, but like the checklist flag. I'm going to use this to customize my check marks. And I'm going to use them for my days of the week. And this is a good example, and I'm going to zoom in once I get it right, because sometimes when you bring things in, they're a little crooked, however you say that. But you can use your tools to definitely help you to fix it. So I'm just placing it, make sure that it's straight, using the lines here. So as you can see, I just made a crooked, and then you can also duplicate it too. I always do it by mistake. It's never on purpose, but I'm just showing you how you can straighten it up by just tapping that little bottom tool. So now we're going to crop. And so I am going to bring it up and try to determine how many that I want. And I'm going to play around with it a little bit because I want it to be able to fit just enough so I can just run it straight down the left side of the planner, in which you'll see I'll end up probably having to move my girl in the coffee. And then I'm just making a copy, so that way all I have to do now is just copy and paste instead of having to well, not copy and paste. I'm copy and pasting the original one. So now all I have to do is just tap the screen and paste it down. So I'm going to move this over. Like I said, I decided to just bring those all the way down. Kind of reminiscent of my Hobonichi days. If any of y'all been rocking with me that long, you already know me and my girl Alicia, we used to always say Hobonichi. And you guys, even though I haven't been planning on this channel for a while, planning is always going to be my thing. Ever since I got introduced to like the decorative part of planning, it has just been such a joy. And then not having to have the pressure of having to film it all the time and being able to fall back in love with it. Well, you know, one thing, I can't speak about all content creators, and I'm just adjusting, just making sure that everything is lining up correctly. And now you're going to see me just paste them all going straight on down. But the one thing about it is, I can't speak for all content creators, but I feel like for most of us, when we start, we're sharing our hobbies with you all, and then it ends up becoming something that is expected from us every week, and then it becomes less fun and feeling more like work. And so when you see us take a step back, it's because we want to make sure that we don't fall out of love with the things that we are doing and that we are bringing out to you all on the public, on our platforms. So as you can see, those checklist stickers are nice and laid out. And I'm going to play around with this top part. It took me a little while because I didn't want to cover up all of the hyperlinks. Because if you look at the top of the planner, there's a lot of hyperlinks that takes me to other places. And even though I can still access those hyperlinks when stickers are covering them, you know, sometimes you just don't want to cover them. And today is one of those days. So I'm going to flip past this part, and when I come back, all of that should be nice and put together. All right, I'm back. So now I'm going to go back through the rest of these Love Jenell stickers, and these are actually one of the 3 of her newest releases. And like I said, I will leave a link below. She has some amazing stickers, and yes, I have a nice collection of her stickers. So now just kind of trying to figure out what I want to use, because I do like to have quote stickers somewhere, or at least a quote. So I'm going to use this one here because it's kind of going with my color theme. And then we're going to go ahead and work on layering. So you'll kind of get a idea of this whole layering process right here. I'm going to bring in this element that is on this page, and we're going to create something right here. So as you can see right now, that sticker is covering the scripts, and well, not the scripts, but the quote. And but I'm loving how this combination is coming along. I'm going to bring this down just a little bit. In retrospect, I probably could have still kept that part, but the creative part of me just definitely wanted to, you know, play around with that. And this particular greenery is actually a snake plant, if you don't know. And I just absolutely went bananas when I saw that she had like a whole digital kit filled with plant stuff. So I cut that plant and paste it back down because I wanted it to lay behind the sticker. And then I'm going to cut this sticker here and move that up and then paste it back down. Because another thing is, when you have a lot of elements together, sometimes it's hard to move it. But with one of the newest updates that I realized this past week with GoodNotes is that now you can just tap the image and it'll automatically give you the option to crop, cut, paste, all of that stuff. At first, when it was a sticker that you bought in, well, at least it's new to me. You would have to lasso it and then cut and paste and all of that stuff. So I like the fact that you don't have to do a whole lot of different steps when you're trying to cut a sticker off of the page. So I'm not sure if I ended up keeping her on here or not, but we're gonna still do what it do. One of the things about planning, especially when you are doing digital planning, because it is more, well, I'm not even gonna say it's even different. And this is a sticker that I got off of, what was an image that I got off of Pinterest. I uploaded it to Canva. Then the paid option allows you to remove the background. I removed the background and then I saved it as a PNG file. And I saved it with a transparent background. That way you don't have any white around the sticker. Now, not all stickers will do that, just depending on how much color is around it and things like that. But typically, most stickers you can remove the background. But I wanted to include her there since it kind of represented me doing work. So we're just going to resize this, moving around until we find exactly where we want it. Because like I said, I was like all over the place. And also, I was trying to film, but still, try to, make it like I wanted it to be. And I'm a little rusty. I ain't gonna lie, I'm a little rusty. You might not think so. So over here, I have shifted to my keyboard because I am attempting to type in my task for the week, but I wanted to zhuzh it up and make a header for it. So I'm just getting some pieces that I am going to bring over into the planner, and you can select multiple stickers if it allows you, depending on how close they are or how far away they are. If they're too far apart, then you can only, of course, pull in one at a time. But if the stickers are close together, just lasso them all in. So I am going to use this, I think it's Charmed. I can't remember the name of the font. I have so many fonts, y'all. It's ridiculous. I think it's Charming Holiday is that font if you are interested. So I had the bright idea to do a shadowing color with this sticker. So it looked fine white by itself, but I just felt like it needed something else. So I'm going to show you how I actually added the extra element to make it look like it had a black shadow behind it. Okay, so I have duplicated that font which says weekly tracker, and I kind of told y'all I kind of do this by accident sometimes. If you tap the sticker and hold it down, it'll like bleep like it's making a copy. Just pull it down and it'll make a duplicate. And then also with your text and some stickers, depending on how the shop does them, sometimes you can change the color just by lassoing it, and as you can see, you can change the color there. And I'm just kind of trying to show you how I changed it to white. So this was the original script here, and then now we're just going to go ahead and change the color to black. And then the one that I had that was white, I'm going to put that over top of the black. And so you probably can't really see it on screen, but it has just like that little peak of shadowing underneath. And I'm going to go ahead and just bring it down and blop it down how I want it. And we're going to go ahead and move to the next thing. So now I'm going to go ahead and just, like I said, I'm one of them people, I will keep messing with stuff and I just need to leave stuff alone. Because a lot of times I'm like messing with stuff, then I'll either delete it and then I'll have to undo. And that undo button is definitely an essential, because it'd be so many times I'd be having to undo stuff. So now I'm going to start typing in, and then I'm going to go ahead and add my text box. And I actually have a font that I use as my favorite font, and you can save it once you find the font and the size and all of that stuff that you want. You can save it that way you don't have to make adjustments, because I may do a video on that. Like, I got so many planner videos I should do and could do. It's just when I'm gonna do it. But when you have planners that have lines, for me, my biggest pet peeve is when the words don't fit within those lines. And because I'm using like my keyboard to type in the things that I need to do, I need them to work cohesively. And I do plan, I will, because I was watching one of Shea Budget's videos, and she was just like, she tries to watch as many digital planner videos as she can because they're not a lot out there. And it is so true, because I feel like most of the planner videos that are out there are more aesthetic-y, and which is nothing wrong with that. But for me, I feel like, especially since I'm still learning, and as I learn, I want to share what I'm learning, I figure I'll let you see the visual while I just run my mouth and tell y'all the things that I've learned and things that work for me. And again, what worked for me may even be a harder workaround, but that's all that I know at this time, because I'm exploring it and I'm taking the time to figure it out, because I love using my digital planner. And that's what I implore you all to do. I see so many people's comments and stories, bashing digital planning or saying y'all make digital planning looks easy. It's not that we make it look easy. It's just something that we just kept trying, and we'll never perfect it, because just like anything, something's going to change, especially like with this GoodNotes app. In the beginning, I loved it, but I hated it at the same time. It was like a boyfriend that had that good, but he was mean. That's how GoodNotes was. It was like it would freeze up on you. Then everything that you put on there, sometimes it wouldn't save. So again, everything has a learning curve. It just depends on how much patience you have during that learning curve. And I'm just, chitter chatting while I'm typing my stuff out. But as you can see, if you really look, all of my words fall in between the lines. It may not be flush on the lines, but it's in between. And it's some ratios that you have to play with on your planner. But once you find it and save it, that's why I try also not to flip-flop between a lot of planners, because I have quite a few planners that I've purchased, some because of I love my planner babes, and I really love my digital planner babes, and I try to support them as much as I can. But I have like the planners that just works for me. And right now, the Good Monday planner is plannering for me, because I enjoy hyperlinks. Even that calendar that's at the bottom right has hyperlinks. You can click the weeks where it says like week 52 or week 21, and it'll take you to your weekly section. If you click the day, it'll take you to your daily section. And I love that, because it's less hassle trying to toggle between pages and, bookmarking certain pages. It's just, for me, she's that girl, period. No knock to any other planners. You got to find a planner that works right for you. But hyperlink me, please. Hyperlink me. I might need to make me a sticker that says hyperlink me. Because the accessibility of a hyperlink, it makes the planner process easier. And then once you have a planner that you find, you'll, figure out the hyperlinks on your own. A lot of these shops do tutorials when they first put their planners out, so you can see how to use it. So it's really the only excuse for people to either bash or hate digital planning. It's only because they didn't take the time to figure it out, in my opinion. Again, if you come for me, I don't mind because I'll allow the engagement. That helps my numbers. So bash me, pull my engagement up, and I will respond back. So as y'all can see, my plethora of folders, these are all different shops that I have shopped from since I have gotten into digital planning. And then I have some that I make specific folders. Like this is my calendar and dates folder. So it has various shops whose kits are just solely scripts. And y'all know I thought about for a minute doing digital script stickers, but it's got to be balanced for me. And the things that I'm doing now in this season of my life right now, I can't add that on. As much as I do be having the desire to, you know, reopen my Etsy shop, because I still have the shop. I just have it on vacation mode. I don't believe I ever fully closed it. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. But yeah. And this system is amazing because don't you know how much I used to struggle? Like, I'm not a pre-planner where I actually will get, I know people that will pull out their kits and pull out all of this. Like, I'll know which sticker kit I would like to use, but anything else that goes along with it, I'm like, you know, flipping through sticker albums and kits and books and trying to remember where I put this sticker book and which section of my office that because my office I have minimal storage, so I have to store stuff where I can try to remember. But with digital planning, you don't have to worry about buying no acrylic drawers. You don't have to worry about buying those sticker albums. You don't have to worry, like, I'm just telling you, for me, I'm looking at the benefits more than I'm looking at trying to figure out how to lasso a sticker. Because at the end of the day, you'll figure that thing out. But having everything right there that's accessible, and like I said, you can even do a split screen if you know that you want to use this particular, you know, stickers. That split screen is there. And then also whatever sticker kits or whatever you want to call it, they're going to show up on the top of your toolbar. Like you can see, I have the white section that's at the toolbar that says 2023 planner. That's the active tab that I'm in. The next tab is the sticker book, and I believe the other one is the scripts that I was just working in. But I say all that to say is that it's really easy once you just take the time to do it. And it, for me, I will sit in the bed, like if my husband watching the game and he wants me there with him, but he ain't paying me any attention. Yeah, I said attention. Like he watched the game, but he just want me in the room with him. I will be digital planning for days and days and days and days and days. So anyway, so this is the way the spread turned out, and I absolutely love it. And for the most part, I typically don't go back and add any additional stickers. I just probably leave it like it is. And I normally fill out my daily portions here. But the planner does have daily sections in which you can just click the date. That's why I love this planner, because of all the clickable links. I didn't fill out today's, well, Monday's, because when you're looking at this, it's probably gonna be maybe Wednesday. But anyway, but I barely use it. Like, this is the extent of me using my daily. I like using it when I do, but it's very, very minimal. But this is my digital planner that I've been using all of 2023 so far, and I absolutely love it. And y'all drop me some questions and comments in the comments box below. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If so, go ahead and give me a big old thumbs up. Click that subscribe button and that notification bell. That way you never miss any of my videos. So until next time, loves, peace.